For me, one of the great joys of fiction is actually the experience of learning, and I learned a lot from the book, from all the research you did. Um, so you talk about the section in the plantation initially as a sort of realistic section. But there's a lot of real world stuff that goes into future sections, whether it's 19th century eugenics or uh, the sort of logistics of slave catching. How did you decide where you wanted to adorn reality with a kind of fictive imagination, and how did you decide where you wanted to be exactly true to a record?
Sure. I mean, hopefully over the years, the more I write, the better I get at, figuring out how to deploy research in an artistic way in the book, as opposed to sort of dumping it in a very unartful manner. So I had a bunch of things I knew I wanted to talk about: eugenics, forced sterilization, the parallels between the Holocaust and slavery. And so as I was coming up with the different characters of each state, the white supremacist state of North Carolina, the black utopia state of Indiana, I was figuring out where all these different sort of historical tidbits could go. And so how, in South Carolina, Cora finds herself in a seemingly benevolent state where black folks are given jobs and housing, education, in a sort of play on the Great Society programs of the 1960s. So I moved that into that section. I also bring in the forced sterilization, which happened in the late 19th century, early 20th century, to prevent poor people, people of color, the feeble-minded from having more children. They would sterilize women. And so I put that in conversation with the social programs of the 60s, and it's not anachronistic, but they're in conversation with each other. How do these government programs speak to the black condition in these different decades, different centuries? And so, once I started organizing the book, different things I wanted to talk about and explore would have a conversation with each other and tell me where they should go in the book.
There's a huge literature that many of us are familiar with of writing about slavery, films about slavery. I think many Indian readers might be familiar with, say, Toni Morrison's Beloved, with films like 12 Years a Slave. Were you conscious of that sort of canon, I suppose? And were there things in that canon that you wanted to borrow or lean on or avoid in writing this book?